off with his ditto while I lead off with my ape of choice, hoping to grab the momentum. I use U-turn to quickly get out of there. But my opponent also wished to grab the momentum, so he as well U-turns out, leaving my Quagsire to take some damage. Fearing the hidden power grass, I switch out to Gastrodon, because that makes lots of sense, but indeed I get tricked and it cripples my Gastrodon. But as you will see, my Gastrodon still plays a big role in this game, for it throws toxics out at things and poisons things and whatnot, in that matter. Jirachi comes out to take the field while he recovers. Knowing he's locked into recover, I take the opportunity to body slam whatever comes in, to try to get paralysis off, which I do. His washer is now as well crippled somewhat. In comes in a Gastrodon as well to absorb the hydro pump or the volt switch. No, he can't touch me. Switches out into his Politoed while I ice beam, predicting his Thesaurus thingy. In bad prediction. So out comes Latias, and then he uses Parasong to sing me a lullaby of death. The lullaby of death does not work, for I let it rain with rocks. He lets it rain water, I make it rain rocks, but he fires off a powerful ice beam, doing a good amount of damage to my dragon of mythical awesomeness. He protects to get some HP back, while I as well recover to get more HP back than him. The rain continues to fall and pour while I switch into Whimsicott to take whatever move, while he switches out into his thingy. Switching out to Gastrodon to absorb the volt switch, he U-turns instead, letting me know that he is indeed choiced. Rug's song from his Miloetic changes it to its fighting form while I throw a toxic into its face. It drain punches once more to get HP back, while I again toxic, predicting him to switch out, which he does not. So I switch back out into Quagsire to take the drain punch, knowing I'm going to need my Gastrodon for later, for his Rotom. The toxic is slowly building up while he switches back out into Ditto, hoping for me to use the Scald or something to give him his HP. But alas, I'm too smart that I also recover. He throws a toxic in my face, but I quickly dodge it with my Sea Slug. In comes in singing Deathbringer, while Ice Beam once again, predicting his other thing, but finishes me off with a Relic Song, and it is now in its fighting form. In comes in my ape of choice, and I go for the Stone Edge, predicting his Gyarados, Sea Serpent of Death. But it does less than half, due to his leftovers. In comes in Whimsicott, and predicting the Waterfall. Even in the rain, it fails to do significant damage. I taunted to prevent any Dragon Dance coming, but Ice Fangs instead, doing a significant amount of damage to my fluffy ball of cuteness. Once again, an Ice Fangs and nearly takes me out, but Leech Seed gives me more HP back then. No, never mind, I'm still less low HP. So I switch back out to Quagsire to try to keep him from doing too much damage, but he also switches out into his Ditto, transforming into my... I'm not sure what that is, and I go into Jirachi to avoid the Toxic and or potential Scald. In comes in his Warlord, while I wish up to get my HP back. Fearing the Waterfall, I go home to Whimsicott, while he Dragon Dances, showing me he is indeed a Dragon Dance set. But I get my full HP back, and he switches out, knowing I can full taunt him or encore him. So he goes into his Whimsicott, or Ditto, but he gets a Hurricane in the face. That Hurricane does a huge amount of damage, and with another one, I'm able to take down the Ditto, making it 5 versus 5. Fearing his HP grass, I go out into Jirachi to absorb the attack. He switches back out knowing he's locked, and goes back into his Warlord, while I body slam to paralyze the foe. The foe being paralyzed, I quickly switch out into my Whimsicott, while he Dragon Dances once more. I taunt him to prevent any more dancing, but he predicts my taunt and goes for the Ice Fang, dealing a huge amount of damage to my Fluff Ball. Fearing another one, I go onto Quagsire, with his Unaware ability will make his Dragon Dances null and void. But alas, the rain boosted Waterfall proves to be too much, and it's almost a 2-hit KO. Fearing for the safety of my Quagsire, I go onto Latias to absorb another Waterfall, knowing I can kill it with a single shower of meteors. And down goes his Gyarados, making the score 5 versus 4. Miloetta comes in, and I go for the recover while he goes for the hidden power ice, doing a good amount of damage, but not enough for my recover. So I decide to stall out with recover, while Toxic takes its toll to take down my victim. Knowing it's useless, he goes to the Thunder, hopefully predicting my switch out into something else. But my Latias absorbs that blow with nothing else, and he comes in his Politoed, while I get my recover up to get the full HP. He goes for the Scald, which I do not fear, for even in the rain it does less damage to my powerful Latias. And my Draco Meteor cannot kill it for dropping a special attack. He goes for the Protect, which fails, while my Jirachi comes in to take the field. He protects to try to get some HP back, blocking my slam of the body against his foe. Again, he uses Protect, but it fails. My body slam makes contact, paralyzing him for the rest of this match. He protects to try to get HP back, while my Iron Head fails to hit. Once again, he goes the Iron Head, but beat a body slam, but still not enough to take him down. And his Scald, I'm fearing the burn, but alas, it does not happen. The wish comes up, and I switch out into my Whimsicott, predicting the Scald, but he goes for the Ice Beam, predicting my switch, and I lose my Fluff Ball. Primeape comes to take the field, and with the Stone Edge, I miss, and he gets paralyzed. Once again, he's paralyzed while I go for the Stone Edge, but does not kill. And fearing another Stone Edge miss or him to use Protect, I do not want to be PP stalled out of my edges of stone. So I switch on to my Latias and try to take whatever blow he wants to take. Then I finish it off with another mighty shower of rock. In comes in his Destroyer thingy, and I go on to Jirachi, predicting the hidden power ice, which I resist. Knowing he's going to switch, I once again go for the body of slamming this. But his washer comes out, which is already paralyzed, and my body slam does very little damage. I go for the Iron Head, which is resisted, but it can make me stall him out with flinches. But his leftovers is proving to be able to give him more HP back than I once lost. So I go for the body slam, hoping to get the paralyzation anyway. Once again, go for the body slam while he gets a mighty Hydro Pump off. But even with leftovers, it fails a 2-hit KO, and I'm able to get the kill off with another body slam. Down to 4 versus 2, it is looking bleak for my opponent while he uses Thunder, which just fails to do significant damage. And finally, in comes in his Destroyer's thingy named Articuno, and he finishes me off with a mighty Thunder from above. Like the mighty Zeus, he is strong, but he's unable to touch my Slug, his friend, while I get off a Toxic into his face. Now it's a safe victory for me, and I can just stall here for the Toxic to take its toll. But Rain Boosted Skull proves to be quite the liking to me, and I'm doing very much damage with it. Thunder comes in, doing very little damage, and I finally get the kill with the Thunder. And that will be game.